Did you know that at the age of 7, a Spartan boy was taken from his family to begin a life dedicated to nothing but war and discipline? This was the beginning of a journey that turned ordinary people into legends. The secrets behind Spartan training methods, a brutal yet fascinating system that shaped not just warriors, but an entire civilization's path to glory. From rigorous physical conditioning to mental toughness, the Spartans left nothing to chance. Every aspect of their lives was carefully designed to create the ultimate warrior. In this video, we will explore how these intense training methods, starting from childhood, created an army so formidable that their very name struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Starting from the daily life of a Spartan soldier, the psychological conditioning that was essential to his upbringing, and how all this contributed to Spartan military success. The relentless pursuit of military excellence was not just a means to an end, but a crucial pillar on their road to glory, shaping the Spartan identity and leaving a legacy that continues to fascinate the world to this day. Ancient Sparta, a city-state in Greece, was a society like no other. Unlike their contemporaries who pursued the arts and philosophy, the Spartans were singularly focused on one goal: creating the most formidable military force of their time. Spartan society was structured around its army. From a very young age, every Spartan citizen was trained to be a soldier. This particular focus was born out of necessity. Located in the rugged region of Laconia, on the Peloponnese Peninsula, Sparta was a land of limited resources. This lack led the Spartans to become masters of discipline, efficiency, and above all, military power. The Spartan army was the backbone of their society, not just a segment of it. Every aspect of Spartan life was geared towards maintaining and increasing their military power. The Spartans believed that a strong military was essential to their survival and prosperity, especially in the volatile political landscape of ancient Greece. Their military prowess was not just for defense, enabled them to dominate their neighbors and become one of the most feared and respected powers in the ancient world. In an era where city-states like Athens and Corinth were known for their cultural and economic achievements, Sparta stood out for its military. Its soldiers were known for their discipline, bravery, and effectiveness in battle. The Spartan army was a mainstay in major conflicts such as the Greco-Persian Wars, playing a decisive role in the battles that shaped the course of Western civilization. The influence of the Spartan army extended beyond the battlefield. It shaped the political dynamic within Greece, often upsetting the balance of power between the various city-states. Their military successes and the fear they instilled in their opponents allowed Sparta to exert significant influence in the region, often dictating terms to their neighbors. The Spartan way of life was not simply a choice. It was a necessity, a means of surviving and thriving in a challenging and competitive ancient world. Agoge, the rigorous regimen of education and training to which all Spartan citizens were subjected. Agoge was more than just a military camp. It was a comprehensive system designed to mold young boys into ideal Spartan warriors, known for their discipline, endurance, and skill in battle. The journey to Agoge began at the age of 7. This was when a Spartan boy left his family to enter a world of strict discipline and relentless training. The first phase, which lasted until age 12, focused primarily on physical conditioning, basic fighting skills, and obedience. Boys were grouped into ageli or packs, fostering a sense of camaraderie and competition. Between the ages of 12 and 18, the training intensified. This phase included more advanced combat training, survival skills, and elements of stealth and deception. Physical endurance was tested through rigorous exercise and often in difficult conditions to build resilience. Spartan boys were taught to endure pain and hardship without complaint. During the final phase, from 18 to 20, the focus shifted to perfecting military tactics and leadership skills. The young men were now part of the Spartan army, albeit in a probationary status. They underwent real-world military exercises and were expected to demonstrate not only physical prowess, but also strategic thinking and the ability to command. But Agoge wasn't just about physical training. Boys were taught to be laconic, meaning to speak concisely and effectively. They were also instilled with values such as loyalty, courage, and a sense of civic duty. These values were essential to maintain the cohesiveness and morale of the Spartan phalanx in battle. Spartan girls, although not part of the agoge, also underwent physical training to ensure that they would be strong and healthy, capable of bearing and raising strong Spartan warriors. This focus on physical fitness for women was unique among Greek city-states, and emphasizes the all-encompassing nature of the Spartan commitment to military excellence. With this foundation laid in the agoge, Spartan warriors were not only physically formidable, but also mentally and morally equipped for the challenges of war and Spartan society. As we explore further, we will see how these elements combine to create a military force that was respected and feared throughout the ancient world. Every moment of a Spartan's day was meticulously planned to strengthen their physical prowess, tactical skills, and mental toughness. Rising at dawn, a Spartan warrior's day began with physical training. This wasn't just a simple exercise regimen. It was a grueling routine designed to push their bodies to their limits. Spartan warriors engaged in running, wrestling, and long-distance combat training with weapons such as spears and shields. This daily physical exercise was more than just building muscle. It was about conditioning the body to endure the pain and fatigue critical to their survival on the battlefield. Their diet, like their lifestyle, was strict and focused on utility rather than pleasure. Meals were simple, usually consisting of the infamous black shoulder, a mixture of pork, blood, salt, and vinegar. The diet was designed to keep the Spartans lean and agile, but strong and resilient. Spartan warriors were trained to content themselves with minimal food to accommodate the scarcity they might face during military campaigns. The Spartans learned to endure harsh conditions without complaint. This included tolerating extreme heat and cold, going without food, and enduring physical pain. Such endurance training was crucial in preparing them for the unpredictability and hardships of war. But Spartan training was not just about the individual. It was just as much about fostering a strong sense of camaraderie and group dynamics. Spartans trained, ate, and lived together in communal barracks. This constant interaction created deep bonds of brotherhood between them. These bonds were essential on the battlefield, as the Spartans were known to fight not only for their city, but also for the man standing next to them. This sense of brotherhood was further reinforced through the syssitia, communal meals where all Spartans, regardless of rank, ate together. These gatherings were not only for food, but were crucial for building social cohesion and reinforcing the values of equality, loyalty, and solidarity. The daily life of a Spartan warrior, then, was a comprehensive system that nurtured not only their physical abilities, but also their mental and emotional stamina. This holistic approach to training created warriors who were feared and respected throughout the ancient world. The psychological conditioning of a Spartan warrior began at birth. Spartan children were raised not to fear pain or hardship, but to embrace it. The famous Spartan saying, "Return with your shield, or upon it," sums up the immense psychological pressure the Spartans faced to either achieve victory or die with honor. But how did they cultivate such an unwavering mentality? This was part of their dawn, state-sponsored education system established around the 7th century BC. One of the lesser-known aspects of this training involved deliberate malnutrition. This practice not only conditioned the Spartans to endure starvation, but also encouraged them to develop thievery and cunning by forcing them to occasionally steal food, with severe punishments if caught. Such exercises were not just about survival. They were designed to strengthen mental stamina and agility. The role of Spartan women in this psychological conditioning was essential. Unlike their counterparts in other Greek city-states, Spartan women were educated, athletic, and outgoing. They were the backbone of the social structure, often managing the home and property while the men were at war. This unique social role of women not only empowered them, but also reinforced the warrior culture within Sparta. Spartan values of honor, loyalty, and stoicism were instilled through various means. Additionally, Spartan education included rigorous training in music and dance, which may seem at odds with their warrior image. However, these arts were considered essential for developing discipline, grace under pressure, and the ability to move as a unit in battle. Interestingly, the Spartans were known for their laconic wit, a way of speaking that was concise and to the point, reflecting their no-nonsense approach to life. A famous example is the response of the Spartan king Leonidas to the Persian demand to lay down the weapons, "Molen lab," or come and take them. This phrase has become emblematic of Spartan determination and defiance. Another intriguing aspect of Spartan society was the Krypteia, a secret police made up of young Spartans. They were sent out at night with the task of keeping the Helot population, the serfs of Spartan society, under control. This practice served not only as a means of control, but also as a test of the secrecy and ruthlessness of the young Spartans. It becomes clear that their road to military glory was paved not only with physical prowess, but with a deep-rooted psychological resilience. The Spartans didn't just train their bodies, they also trained their minds. The heart of Spartan warfare was the phalanx formation, a strategic arrangement that turned individual warriors into a unified, impenetrable wall of shields and spears. This formation, perfected by the Spartans, was revolutionary for its time and became a symbol of their military ingenuity. In a phalanx, each warrior's shield protected not only himself, but also the soldier on his left. This interlocking shield wall, coupled with long spears thrust outwards, created a formidable defense against enemy attacks. The success of this formation relied heavily on the discipline and cohesion of the fighters, qualities instilled in them through rigorous training from a young age. The young Spartans were trained to move as one, to think not as individuals but as part of a larger entity. This was achieved through relentless drilling, synchronization exercises, and learning to respond to commands without hesitation. The Spartans also emphasized endurance and strength training, ensuring that each soldier could maintain formation under the harshest conditions. One of the most famous examples of the effectiveness of Spartan tactics was the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC. In this legendary battle, a small force of Greeks, led by King Leonidas of Sparta, held off the much larger Persian army for 3 days. Despite being outnumbered, the Greek forces, anchored by the Spartan phalanxes, inflicted significant casualties on the Persians. Another outstanding example was the Battle of Plataea in 479 BC, where the Spartans, leading a Greek coalition, played a major role in defeating the Persians, effectively ending the Persian occupation of Greece. The formation of the phalanxes, combined with Spartan discipline and bravery, proved decisive in this battle. An interesting aspect of Spartan military culture was their attention to appearance before a battle. Spartans were known to handle themselves with meticulousness, a practice intended to instill confidence and intimidate the enemy. This ritual, part of their psychological warfare, showed their calmness and readiness in the face of death. These battles and tactics not only highlight the military prowess of the Spartans, but also underscore the impact of their rigorous training methods. The Spartan way of war, characterized by discipline, unity, and innovation, left an indelible mark on military history and continues to be studied and admired to this day.